Hello, and welcome to Wednesday Night F412 Facebook Live. We have a few announcements for you before we begin this evening. 1. Sunday, June 14th, Auburn Nazarene Church will be returning back to the building. So Sunday mornings, June 14th, is when we'll start back at the physical building. Auburn Nazarene will be back in the building. So that's gonna be awesome. We'd love to see you there. It would be amazing, but we're gonna have a big, huge celebration then. Second thing, Wednesday, June 3rd, F412 will be meeting live and in person at this house right here, this house outside, for food, fun, games, and hanging out with a campfire. You do not want to miss it. Again, Wednesday, June 3rd, F412 will be meeting at this house. And it's going to be awesome. Plenty of food, fun, and games. And just so you know, we will be following all of the recommended state, federal, local guidelines and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, but we're still going to have fun. It's going to be awesome, okay? So, question for tonight to start us out is, what makes us human? Have you ever thought about that? Is it like our 23 set of chromosomes? Is it because we walk on 2 feet? You say, Mark, other animals walk on 2 feet. Is it because that we look and are different from everyone and every other thing on this planet? Or is it the choices and actions that we make daily that make us human? If we go back to like biblical times, is it just because, like, you know, I'm Mark, son of Randy? Or is there more? Let's talk about some of those things that make us human. The ability to create. You think of from the big, epic, massive skyscrapers to bridges to art to music to working with wood, you name it, we have the ability to create. And another thing that makes us human is our mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes. We are human. We fail. You know, to err is to human. Like failures. Things that we have made mistakes that have, whether on purpose or not, that things that have cost us time, money, efforts, talents, we make mistakes. I think also something that makes us humans is the ability to destroy. I think of, you know, just having a sledgehammer and smashing stuff to when we accidentally wreck a car, or when we clear out a field, or worse, we clear out a forest for a city, stuff like that. We have the ability to destroy. Not many other creatures on this planet have that ability. And then there's things like reading, where that definitely makes us human. There's no other creature or thing on the planet that has the ability to read. I think of love, and how deeply we can love people. That makes us human. I think of overcoming adversity. Things that you think of, like all the diseases we've cured in the past like 300 years. All of the people who have overcome huge obstacles, whether it's coming out of poverty, coming out of, you name it, and they overcome the adversity that's around them. Another thing that makes us human, the ability to reason, to think and process and really soak on things, I think makes us human. Also, I think the ability to master something. I think of the concert violinist, the people that travel in bands and play their instruments really, really well, Or I think of the people that are masters, like the heart surgeons, the automotive designers, the architects that make these big, beautiful buildings, and they are masters of their craft. Then I think of people, what else makes us human? Emotions. And the vast array of emotions. Nobody else, no one else, no creature on this planet has all of the emotions that we do. And I think of what else makes us human? To solve major problems. People who come together, great thinkers, great minds, like the scientists, researchers, doctors, nurses, who are all trying to come together and solve this COVID-19 problem. But I also think there's more than that. And I think there might be one source that really, truly makes us human. This is found in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 and 27. It says, "Then God said to us, let us make man in our own image, according to our likeness, and let him rule over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the sky, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps along the earth." God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. You see, this word image in the Old Testament, in the Hebrew, has many meanings that help us paint this picture of what it really truly means. So the word image can mean likeness. So like they really look like, have a similarity to them, to figure, to form. So there is a shape or a presence or a outlining of them that makes them look like something else. So for instance, like a triangle, and if I were to say a yellow triangle, you automatically think of a yield sign. Or if I say an octagon, maybe you think of UFC fighting, but if I say a red octagon with a little bit of white around it, you think a stop sign. And then there's words that also, this image that means like sketch or look-alike or appearance and even model. So there's, again, these similarities, these characteristics, this representation that is imposed when God says, make them in our image. So you may say, okay, Mark, but really, how are we all that different from the rest of creation? You see, in this passage, when God talks about this, it is set apart by a series of subtle contrasts with all the earlier accounts of all the stuff that God made. And for example, in the beginning, it says, in verse 26, it says, "And God said." However, it's not that impersonal, that, like let there be. It's personal. It is let us make. So that little shift between, hey, let there be light, let there be sky, let there be water, versus let us make, a little bit closer, a little bit tighter. Second, where he talks about each creature according to its kind. Let each creature be described according to its kind, where in man and woman it says in God's image, not just according to its own kind. So man's image is not just himself, but he also shares a likeness to the Creator. Then we notice in Scripture where it says male and female. Nowhere else does it say male and female. It doesn't say, yep, God made the cheetahs male and female, God made the lizards male and female, and the fish male and female. No, not that it didn't happen, but it's considered important to stress the other forms of life, but our humanity is very important. and it shows emphasis that he created them male and female. And then finally, as it says a little bit later, that we are the only people, the only group or whatever, humans are the only ones that have been given dominion over God's creation. And this dominion is expressed over all other living creatures, the sky, the sea, and the land. You see, we were created by God. And God is what makes us human. God is what makes us who we are, makes us unique, makes us funny, makes us laugh, gives us the capacity to love and loss and learn and master. That's what makes us human, is our connection to God. Thanks. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.